Well, we are here in Zhuhai, in China. I think it's gonna be like maybe the second time I think that the series has used this track, which is kind of low, relatively speaking. We've gone to Barcelona like 6 times, but that's for a very different reason. Anyway, might be the third actually. I'm not really sure. There's been a lot of episodes, so it's really hard to keep track of it. At any rate, well, we found Carbon. And he is starting in 13th. And, well, there's a lot of Fords. That's literally the entire starting grid, it's just Ford. But not many of these are actually characters. I mean, we have Thrasher. One of these is Blossom. I'd assume it's the one I'm highlighting. Grease Lightning. I'm playing as Reimu. And there is Carbon. And there is Vert. I am incredibly out of practice. The last time I played this game would be the last time I made an episode. There is a lot of white and red on this screen. Holy crap. Alright, I have missed. We are fine. Oh, there's somebody else. I Grease Lightning. Most people associate 4 with blue, but apparently this game associates them with red. Okay, you break early. Alright, damage. You would think when you're going too wide with somebody you would have incentive to break later than normal, but that would just be, you know, intelligent. AI don't really do that sort of thing unless they have to. Please get off of that. Is the rust showing a little bit? I would like to imagine it is. Or do I just always look like I'm driving like this? I don't know, I'm not the viewer, I'm the player. Oh yeah, for sure, right on AI. That's... What kind of settings are you using? Do you have a camber of like -7? Cause that's like considered unsafe. Honestly, I wouldn't even be surprised if they did that because, you know, let's face it, the AI don't exactly have to worry about safety because they're AI. In a video game, at that. This is really kind of weird. Normally at this point I'd be passing a bunch of BMWs because the game likes to put them at the front of pack when it like pretends to have a qualifying session, but since there are no BMWs and I set it to all 4 GTs, that doesn't happen, obviously. Yeah, I'm not taking that corner wrong. It's just that the AI just kind of takes some corners in a way that's just, like, impossible. at least certainly impossible for, you know, if the AI that aren't at a difficulty of 80 or higher, and as a result cannot change their setup. I was thinking of a different corner there. You know, these guys are on default setup just like I am. If you could change your setup, I could maybe understand, maybe, how you'd corner like that. But, nope, they're driving the exact same car that I am. And they are turning so much sharper. And it makes basically no sense. Also, first gear in this car doesn't exist, and it kind of makes this track a pain. Please get off of that! You stupid automobile! Yes, do that, Thresher. Bug them. Bug they who look vaguely like Bert's car, but it isn't. You may well ask yourself, why aren't we just going after Carbon, if we know he's here and we know exactly what car he's in? It doesn't really work that way. He's existing, but, like, in kind of the way of, like, only because he wants us to know. And, like, I wouldn't say he's immune right now, but he has, like, the metaphoric high ground, as it were. We would have to catch him off guard to really, like, take him down much. Something we kind of learned from Universe Zero, that a direct approach is not the way to deal with him. And, I don't know, I guess I'm making my way through the grid, but very slowly and methodically. And in some cases cumbersome, because this corner is impossible. I couldn't have, like, okay, so I don't actually have a default car. However, what I do have is a car that is maximum downforce for the simple, you know, for the simple goal of being able to turn and keep under control of the car. So I should be able to do that corner better than a default car can, and yet here I am. The bit of aero damage is absolutely not helping either. Okay, I don't know what the malfunction is there. Please, first gear, for the love of God, just use it. It is helpful in this corner and any of the other, like, 4 hairpins here. I always give Circuit of the Americas a bunch of crap for being just a bunch of hairpins, but that's literally what this track is. And yet somehow this track still feels more natural than that one, despite it literally being, like, comprised almost entirely of one kind of corner. Like they hit the copy-paste button by accident while making a racetrack. And they were just like, put some kinks in there to make it seem different. And so that, you know, the track actually completes a 360 rotation. Golly, I should just stop even trying to take it fast. Let's just go. Because every time I've tried to take it as fast as it looks like they're doing it, I just about wreck. Actually, let me look at the replay. Let me see how fast they're taking it. Ignore the weird noises. The game really should just mute its own audio when it's at 5 times speed, let's be real here. So I took it to like 90 and I almost went off. They're exiting at 90, but they're entering at 110. That's not how steering works! What? Huh? That's just straight up not how steering works. Okay, so right at this sign, and right at that post, they're at 116. Go back to me, at that same post, I'm at 101. I'm about to miss the turn. In what universe is that okay? That one corner, I'm pretty sure, is just about the entire reason why I'm not in the lead. Because it's the one corner on this track where the AI is undoubtedly faster than I am. Oh, you would move over, not Vert. It's like you're gonna pass them anyway. You're a Project Cars AI. You don't pass. You just inconvenience. Bruh! Loser. You're a loser. You don't move in the braking zone. You get penalized for that in real life motorsports. I've done league races in this track too, and believe me when I say that corner was painful. Doing like, what was it, 2 hours of that corner was not an experience that I endeavored to repeat, but I think I don't really have much of a choice in the matter if I'm still league racing. Oh my god, ultra brakes on that car, not really. Yep, I exist. I'm definitely a tangible object, one of like 61 Ganassi cars on this grid, because I don't know, the randomizer just kind of felt like it, you know, liked the look of those cars, so it put 3 of them. Though to be fair, I think there are literally 6 of them. 2 WEC, 2 IMSA, and 2 something else. Might actually be 4 WEC or 4 IMSA, I don't quite remember. First time I'm actually ahead of somebody, so I no longer have the definite braking reference point of the vehicle's taillights that are in front of me. No. Okay, these AI are just straight up cheating now. Not only did the 34 just like move in the braking zone, which is not something you're supposed to do, but that guy just straight up cut the corner to get up to me. I'm the player. I'm the one that's supposed to be doing this crap, not you. You're just lucky I don't have penalties turned on because I do value my sanity. I disagree. There was nothing wrong with the way I took that previous corner. There is no reason. You were literally in the grass. Do I have to wreck this fool? I'm gonna kick him right in the ganass. Eat. Like, you're seeing this as well as I am. That just doesn't make any sense. They're in like LMP1s on the corner entry, and then back to GTEs on the exit. Also funny that despite there being 16 different Fords, not a single one of them is Nuri. I keep making like absolute sure, because if I break even like a meter before the AI wants to, I will absolutely get dive bombed. And considering it seems like every straightaway follows a corner where the AI are cheating, I mean faster than me, it's really low-key frustrating. Okay. Car became a yacht for a second. That's fine, not really at all. God, and there's still gonna be like 6 laps of this still. You could definitely tell that Carbon was here because time has basically not progressed. The race did start late. It started at like 4 in the afternoon, but it's still not much later than that right now. Kind of rare, a curb that actually doesn't want to destroy me and actually is trying to help me turn, like curbs in real life actually, you know, tend to do. I think I'm no longer playing Project Cars 2. I think I'm playing some other game, because that's just not how physics in this game work. For the curbs on this track, for the most part, are on average not as bad as on most. You can hook a couple of them and not instantly die, which is more than some tracks can say. Like, looking at Road America with that one particularly. As much as I like it, and it might be my home track, but that track is just not all that fun when every single curb on the track is pretty much just a red and white landmine. Eyes are now starting to get blurry because I have been awake for like 12-13 hours. However, oh right, forgot I can't be conservative. No, if you're gonna be a little loser, yeah, that's what you get, loser. You put yourself in that grass. Anyway, what was I saying before I was so rudely interrupted? Yeah, like as much as I like that track, and it is my home track, only 100 or 200 miles from where I live. Yeah, every single curb on that track is literally a death sentence if you touch it at greater than 35 miles an hour. Sometimes even less than that, depending on the car you're in. There's a lot of curbs on that track, and a lot of them that you kind of are expected to hit in real life. Oh, there's the AI line that I just took right there. Yeah, so I'm also getting kind of like blurry eyes because I have been awake for 13 hours now, and well, I didn't really get the most sleep. I mean, 7 hours is probably above average, but not for me, it isn't. No. I deny. I have 4 more laps to go after this. While it may not be a blow to Carbon physically, it'll definitely be one to his ego, especially if he finishes anywhere like where he started this race. Assuming that as I survive the next 4 laps without getting kamikazed by the 66 car back there, that seems that that would be an accomplishment. Like the one corner on the track right there, assuming I don't do that and screw it up, where I have a clear advantage over the AI car. Pretty much anytime my speed drops below 50, I'm automatically in first gear. Because it's the only way you can make it through these hairpins sometimes. I don't remember that curb being terribly friendly though, but haven't hit it yet. Hopefully I've not jinxed it. The corner always felt really weird to me because there's just a lot of weird bumps and unusual places that you wouldn't think you'd hit them. You wouldn't think you would hit them until you have, and then you realize that your car is just ever so slightly wanting to die every time you do. I don't even remember what happens if you hit that inside curve. I usually don't turn in early enough to hit it, so I haven't really observed. Two laps to go. After which point, the 66 car behind me can go jump into fire. And of course, in typical fashion, any other opposition that I could have has totally vanished off the face of the planet. So it's just me versus him. Not, you know, it's not like anybody else would be able to help me, because that's not how this game works, but no. Yeah, I don't remember what hitting that curb will do to me, and to be honest, it's too late in the race for me to try and experiment. Oh. That's interesting. So in the F1 games, the AI, if they notice you trying to move around the racetrack to try and break the slipstream, they will actually follow you. AI in this game do not do that. I've been really tested. Because it hasn't really came across my mind. That curb is also very helpful on the inside of that turn. It does kind of hook you, but it actually, like, kind of rotates you correctly and, like, consistently. Instead of the car just having a cardiac arrest every time you hit it, unlike some inside curbs. Yeah, nope, not leaving you any bit of room. What on earth are you trying to do? I do not understand the AI in that car at all. Well, one more time through that nightmare, and... there we go, you can go die in hell now. Stupid, Ganassi piece of garbage. Thrasher held fourth, looks like. Oh, I'm looking at the names. That wasn't even him. Carbon was Andre. And he went last.